How you doing, everybody? I'm Tony Gaglione.
I'm Ethan Gettemeyer.
You were listening to Rude Boys Radio. Um, Yesterday we had our introduction show. Today we're going to
It was a
start
fun
out.
show.
It was a fun show.
It
Got
was a
to
real
talk
fun
about
show.
what we are going to do in the future, which was a lot. Hopefully, we'll get to every single one of the things that we mentioned. But starting off, there's been some rules changes in the NHL.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the coaches are now allowed a challenge on minor penalties. So if you get a hooking, a high stick, or the puck goes over the boards, a coach has the right to challenge a certain amount of times a game, like just to say if it's like oh, he missed him and he just embellished or whatever. But the penalty for it is a delay of game, obviously, because you're holding up the game because whatever reason.
You're trying to
And
challenge.
yeah, exactly. So a delay game penalty, 2-minute power play. Um, they're talking about giving them one or two per game, which kind of like reminds me of when NFL brought in the replay system and it sucked. And it kind of seemed like it slowed down the game a ton. So would it do the same to the NHL? Like, is that like, does that add more whatever pizzazz to some parts of it? You know what I mean? Or does it like, is it going to slow down the game to the point where it starts becoming boring?
I think it's
Like
going to
you're
start
watching
slowing down.
baseball.
It's
Like
definitely going
that.
to slow the game down a little more. It's if you're going to be able to challenge, if you're going to basically give it NFL rules and you're going to give the coaches like let's say 3 challenges a game and the coaches are going to use one challenge every period. Both of them are going to use it, they will. And it's going to be
I
if
mean, if needed.
you right, if
I mean,
needed.
if
If not
needed,
needed,
because
then
you
you're going to
don't want to
save
give
your
away a free
challenges.
power play. I mean, we're talking, 50% of the time that's probably going to go in on average through the NHL.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give away a free power play just because I want to be an asshole just to challenge the high stick that I know is a high stick already.
I wouldn't want to challenge the penalty either. If you already know it's a penalty, why are you going to try
But if you're
and
down like
slow the game down?
5-2 in the third, like you might challenge just
Don't
about
be an
anything to be an
asshole and do
asshole.
that. That's
Yeah,
some
that's
bullshit.
what I'm saying, man. That's just this hockey. It's gamesmanship in that sport. There's a lot of what they call chirping, and it's a real thing, man. Getting inside
It
people's
is.
heads and calling timeout for no reason, or lighting up the scoreboard, or just giving someone an extra nudge behind the back when the ref's not looking. Like that's all stuff that happens, and it's hard to imagine. Can they? Okay, they can challenge the minor penalties, so they can't challenge a non-call, I guess. So that's good
That's a
because now
good rule,
you can't challenge a non-call apparently. So
which is respectable because if it's a non-call, then you can't look at the video
yeah,
board and
right,
be like,
but
"You just missed,
right,
a blatant high stick," and the ref is like, "Well, we can't challenge it and we can't call it."
yeah, no, I agree that it shouldn't be like that, but I definitely think it'll slow the game down. Um, I'm not too sure that when I think about it, how many times the referees are actually wrong. And I'm gonna be real
Not
with
a
you, like
lot.
not a lot in the NHL. Like you're talking about a sport that has like the highest level athlete as a referee. It's not some doctor that's a part timer that comes in and you know what I mean. You could see
I
his
would
beer gut
say
running down the field, and like
NHL referees probably have a higher statistic of calling correct plays over the NFL or even baseball umpires who are directly behind the
oh my
catcher.
god, the
I
view.
know you love your boy Joe West.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, no, I almost vomited. So what's your brewski broski? I forgot to ask you.
I have
Cheers,
a little shot of Captain Morgan.
Captain.
Cheers.
Going 7-7.
Ooh.
VGK Scotch.
How is that?
This is not the Scotch; it's the bourbon. I'm sorry. So, Scotch I would never mix. Anyway, getting back to a little bit of sports. Le'Veon Bell on the lighter side of sports is starting
Ugh.
an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, that'll be
Um,
intriguing.
we have an Instagram account. Our QR code's right up there at the top of the screen if you're interested.
Go follow us. Oh, that was loud. Sorry.
Yeah, don't yell at people, Jesus.
Ah,
um, so what was the quote that he said? He's going to be what?
more intimate with his fans.
More
Not sure
intimate
what
with his
that
fans.
means, but good luck, bud. If it's anything
Gonna
like the Drake leak, then people are in for a surprise.
the feet pictures are gonna start coming out now for Le'Veon. You know, just him
What
cutting
color do
his
you think his
toenails or
toenails are?
something like that. No,
What
he'll
color do you think
color
they
them
are?
whatever they ask. People make billions on or millions on OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
Actual NFL news. Mike Williams, former San Diego Charger. I always say San Diego Charger. I did it last night too.
He's not
In
a
the
San Diego
introduction,
Charger.
it's the Los Angeles Chargers. I need to like smack myself every time I do that. Like when
It's
we
okay.
play
It's almost
Chell,
like calling the Raiders Oakland Raiders or Los Angeles Raiders. They're the Las Vegas Raiders now.
right? When we play Chell, like I know every rule in the sport of hockey, but for some reason I can't get it through my fucking head that I can't call a timeout after icing. So I always bonus over on that one, but so sorry
Ice the
about that.
puck, press start, and shit.
Yeah. Then I'm like, Alex reminds me every time, and he's like, "Can't do it," and I'm like,
Can't
"Fuck,
call timeout. It was icing.
fuck, fuck! Why do I not know this rule?" Sorry about my attire, by the way. I'm giving a nod to Pat McAfee. That's my excuse. An Austin Powers nod, I guess, to Pat McAfee. Yeet, yeet.
Yeet.
Speaking of yeet, yeet, let's get to the rest of the Mania card. We were talking about it, but we like drifted off like in 7 different directions yesterday because I think we were just
We really
excited. It was
did.
the first show and
Got to
all
get the
that.
jitters out.
We had Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch, the man, against
The
Rhea
man.
Ripley for the Women's World Championship.
Yes.
So who do you got?
Oh, I got the man.
You got the man, Becky Lynch. So it's finally
Excuse me.
going away for Rhea. Mommy's not on top anymore.
Whoa. Hello.
Well, that's
I
her
don't know.
thing. That's her slogan.
No. Becky's
Mommy's
gonna
not on
win,
top
and
anymore.
then Mommy's not on top. Becky's gonna
Okay.
win, and then the Judgment Day is done.
I'm gonna
Judgment
say
Day is
mommy
dunzos.
stays on top.
You would want
Mommy
Mommy to
stays
stay
on
on
top
top.
in that one. Another women's championship match between Io Sky and Bailey. The newly face again Bailey. The not heel anymore Bailey.
You think
I
she'll come
kind of
out with her
like the
Bailey
not.
buddies?
What?
You think she'll come back with her Bailey buddies?
No, hell no. She ain't never gonna
The
come
wacky
back with
inflatable
the
tube
wacky
things?
waving tube guy people. No, it's not
Whatever
gonna
the
happen.
fuck they were.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I loved
I mean, it
them.
was
They were
fun at the
fun.
time in NXT because she had the little girl fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Who was at like
Yeah.
every show.
And now she's a wrestler.
She's the little girl.
Yeah, she's a wrestler now. She's in the
That's
independent
pretty
circuit.
sweet. Oh man, okay, I didn't know that. So Io Sky and Bailey, who you got? Io Sky obviously part of Damage Control, and then they kick Bailey out for whatever reason.
So if Damage Control is barred from ringside, then I'm gonna say Bailey. But if Damage Control is
Nah,
not barred from ringside, it's probably gonna be Io Sky, and then whatever the next pay-per-view is, then Bailey will win.
I could see Bailey winning this one. I'm gonna go the opposite direction. I could see Bailey winning this one
You think
just
so?
because. Yeah, it's Mania. It's Mania. It's not. It's not Elimination Chamber. It's not Payback. It's not that crap where it's like titles need to change hands these days during Mania. Like they can't just stay the same and it all be shit. That was 2 years ago. We watched every single title stay the same in WrestleMania except for like some absolute bottom feeder title, and it was just
You're right.
ridiculous to watch. Yeah, I remember being bored out of my friggin' mind for 4.5 hours or however long WrestleMania is now.
Like 6 hours or some shit.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bailey for sure. This is a very interesting match that we didn't talk about at all. It's the 6-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship, which features 2 teams to be determined this Friday on SmackDown.
Okay.
Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day.
The New
The
Day.
champions, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, DIY or DX, as R-Truth likes to say, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and The Awesome Truth, which features The Miz and R-Truth. This is a 6-pack ladder match. So it's 6 tag teams in a ladder match where you got to grab the belt. This is full on chaos.
I see
I
it
love
going
it.
3 ways. It's going to go either R-Truth is going to help Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, and he's
Why
going to
would he
pull the
help
titles
them?
down and throw them. Listen, because he's an idiot, and
Okay,
he's the
well, yeah,
funny idiot.
that's a fact.
Listen, he's going to grab the titles, and he's either A, going to throw it down to DIY or DX, B, he's going to throw it to Finn Balor and Damian Priest, and the
Well,
Judgment
okay,
Day
wait,
will
wait, wait. Let
retain.
me stop you. I have to stop you. You can't grab it and then throw it because if he grabbed it, then his team would be the winners. So
I
technically,
thought you had
they
to
would
grab both belts. I
no.
thought you
You
both
just
had to
have
grab
to.
a belt. Okay, so only one
I
person has
think
to grab it?
yeah, they're kind of connected. So it's just one person has to grab it, and not 2 at the same time.
Okay,
One
so then
person can
it's
go
either
win
going
both
okay, so then
or
it's
go
either
grab both. I
R-Truth
mean,
is gonna help Judgment Day, or R-Truth is gonna help DX, DIY, whatever you wanna call him,
why would they help
or he's
DX
actually
or
because he's an
DIY?
idiot. Because he's an idiot, and he's
Why wouldn't he help
funny.
his own team? Like
Because
he's on
he's
a team with the
probably
Miz.
gonna turn on Miz,
I think he turns on Miz. That would be
or
weird.
Miz turns on him.
That's possible. Um, I'm going to go with that he's the funniest part of the whole match, and I
For
really
sure.
don't care who wins the tag team championship right now. I know Judgment Day has it, whatever. Um, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they've had it for, I mean, they had it
30
for one
times.
of the longest reigns ever, I believe. And
Yeah. I think they've also
Gargano
won
and
it,
Ciampa,
like,
that
the
would be
most.
something new. Say what?
Out of NXT, yeah. I think New Day has, like, the longest, like,
The
tag
longest streak
team
ever,
champ I don't know if it's the longest streak ever, but it's do you remember
however
when
many
Big E
days
would come out and he's
consecutively.
like well, no, it was like Big E would come out and he'd be like, "Oh, you're 10-time champs," or whatever. I think
Oh,
they have
yes.
the most, like, reigns.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know how many it is, so if anybody knows, leave it in the comment. Um, More on WrestleMania that we totally just are kind of skipping over, which I was weird. Seth freaking Rollins and Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. That will
Big
be
Daddy
night
Drew's gonna win.
2. Yeah, it's
Is that
kind of
night 2?
depressing. That's night 2 because in night 1 he's teamed with Cody Rhodes, which we talked about that one yesterday.
Yep.
Um, so
I didn't
yeah,
know it had
night
a
2.
date for night 2.
This is just a regular singles match, nothing attached. But yeah, I think it's time for Rollins to drop the belt. I think
I think so too.
writing wise, they need a heel holding that belt for a while and probably a
Yeah.
long while. It might be maybe
How
too
long is
long
a
for
long while?
like a couple years, maybe a year.
Ugh.
Yeah,
They
I don't
can't
think
do
it's
it
gonna
again.
change
It's
too
not
quick.
another Roman thing.
No,
They can't do
no.
another 3-year deal.
You know what? You're right. You know why? Because they said that whoever would hold that title would be a fighting champion. So
Yes.
unless he just mows down every single opponent that he has, which I highly doubt, then
No.
yeah, I could see
I
it changing hands again.
I think the only person when McIntyre wins, I think the only person that can take down Drew is probably Bobby Lashley.
I like that one. But you got to
I
turn him
think
face then because
is
he's already
Bobby
a
a heel?
heel. Yeah, Bobby's a heel. He's
When did
with
he turn heel?
he's the manager of
Oh yeah.
the Street Profits.
I get them and Private Party mixed up all the time.
Private Party, really? From
Yeah.
WCW?
WCW.
Some
Yeah,
wrestling. Okay.
wrestling.
Well, you think any guys are coming from the wrestling over to WWE that haven't been there before?
I mean, the obvious option is MJF, but he's in that feud with Adam Cole right now, and he's kind of on the shelf.
Right.
Uh, Other than that, I don't think anybody's coming over right now.
I think the only person that might have a chance after in the group chat earlier when we were talking came across the Jack Perry. I believe Alex sent it. The Jack Perry or you
Jungle Boy,
sent it.
really?
Yeah, that Tony Khan was pissed because he got in a fight with CM Punk, ultimately losing CM Punk to WWE
Oh,
or having to
again.
fire him or whatever reason because of his contract clause. So they're saying that Tony Khan is pissed at Jack Perry, and that's why you don't see him on TV much anymore. And he just kind of
I was wondering what happened to Jack Perry. I haven't seen him since one of their pay-per-views. I can't remember the last time I watched
I don't even know what they're
WCW.
called. What are they even called?
The only
Like
one
I
I
have
know is Double or Nothing because
Double or
it's in
Nothing
Vegas.
because it was in Vegas, or it's always in Vegas, huh?
I believe it's always in Vegas. No,
Okay,
the 1 year of the 19 stuff, they put it in Jacksonville.
okay, that's right. COVID,
Yep.
the coronavirus, which nobody calls it anymore.
The
Like,
Rona.
did the beer get pissed off and like say something and be like, "Hey, our sales are getting fucked up here." You know what I mean? Like,
We need our
people aren't
sales
buying
again.
our beer because it matches with the bullshit. Or maybe
Brr.
they were happy because people went into the liquor store and they're like, "Give me the fucking Corona," because they thought it was funny. You know what I mean? Which is
I bet there
coronavirus
were
is
a lot
not
of
funny.
Corona parties.
Dude, I've had fucking coronavirus 3 times and it was not fun. So I'm not making fun of it whatsoever. I'm just making a simple joke. Hopefully people aren't too sensitive these days. um
Sure.
WWE is moving to Netflix January 2025.
I have time to get my subscription back.
I mean, what is Netflix really? How much is it a month? I don't know.
I think
Can't
it's
see
like
my arm
17 a
on this
month now.
It's weird.
It's like
There it is.
$17 a month.
Is it
It's like
$17 a
17 a
month?
month now.
When
It
I had
jumped
Netflix,
from like 9.99.
not it's not the WWE network, like
It was
not
9.99.
9.99. Yeah, was it 9.99? I think I
I
got it when it
believe it
was
was.
9.99 or 8.99 or 6.99. Whenever it started, I got it. God damn, that green screen
Did you
really
ever get
fucks
that
up the glass.
subscription where
I
you
can't
got like the
see
movies in the
in the mail.
envelopes
Yeah, yeah.
when it like first
I'm that
started?
old. I'm that old. Yeah. Show my age, fucker. I appreciate it.
I
Um,
mean, that's what I'm here for.
Netflix, though, I mean, they do rated R. So, is there a
Yeah.
possibility that we might see WWE make its own venture into the rated R area?
I
Not saying on
really would like to
Raw
see
or
huh?
SmackDown or something like that. I'm just saying
I
an
think it's
offshoot
only
show
Raw
or
that's going to Netflix.
okay, well then maybe make the last hour of Raw since there's 3 fucking hours. R rated. Say put the kiddies away. It's time to be adults now.
Like what they did back in the 90s.
The Attitude Era.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was
that
like the
wasn't
first
rated
hour
R.
was
That was
PG and
PG.
then
It's PG-13. Like that's
well,
not.
it wasn't like the last hour like TV 14?
Mm, yay. So they went up to TV-14 from PG-13. Sorry about that, bud.
Oh,
I didn't mean to insult you. Um, yeah, I would like to see a rated R show. I don't want to see nothing like raunchy and skanky or anything. I just want to see like a lot of aggression in the promos. Um, let's face it, getting your point across really fucking matters when you swear. You know what I mean?
yeah.
People take it a little more seriously when someone's like, fuck. Like, and they're like,
The only issue is like if you're at the live event and you put it on Netflix, there's still kids in the stadium or the arena. So you're not gonna have Cody Rhodes come out and go, "Oh yeah, you can go fuck yourself." You're still gonna have to make it semi childish, if you will.
that's why I'm saying.
Uh-oh. Not the coughing. He's
Now you're
got the
making me laugh now.
giggles.
You're making me laugh now too. Seriously, they need to make a R-rated offshoot with different wrestlers. Then bring back ECW.
Yeah, I completely agree.
R-rated ECW. Bring it back. You own the rights to it. Let Paul Heyman run that shit. Paul
Oh my
Heyman would be the greatest
God.
thing for it. He would
Bring back
revive that
Paulie
thing to an
Dangerous.
R-rated. Yeah, he would revive that
Oh
thing
my
to an
God.
all R-rated show.
I'm
Like, and you can
all
even
for
hold
it.
it in the same. I think they tore that place down actually.
The
But
old 2300?
I don't know.
It's still
I'm
up.
just
I've driven past
okay.
it plenty
Well,
of
then
times.
hold it there. Like,
They
have you
can't.
guys? Why can't they?
I don't know. Small venue.
Okay, it's a small venue.
It's a
It's
small
rated
venue.
R
It's like
wrestling. I'm not
standing room
sure. Like,
only.
yeah, it's rated R wrestling. It's
It doesn't
ECW.
matter.
Okay, well, you
Do you
can't
know
have
how many people
ECW outside in like a arena. It's not gonna happen.
do you know how many people would pay for a ticket to go back to that old arena just to watch ECW? That would be
Okay, so
standing
that
room
would
only
be
and then pulled to like outside. You have to have it in an arena.
you have to have a what?
You have to have
You
it
have to have it
in
in an
an
arena.
arena. Yes.
No, no.
Yes.
It takes
Put
away
it in
from
something like the
the
Dollar Loan
original
Center.
ECW. That
No, it doesn't. Shut the fuck up.
oh
Put it in
man, don't tell me
something.
that. You're
Put
rude.
it in something. Yeah, I know.
You're
I'm a rude
rude.
boy.
You're rude.
Put it in something like the Dollar Loan Center where you can at least put it in a small, confined arena that's still kind of like,
I mean, it still
I don't
holds
know the word.
10,000 people or 7,000 people or whatever the hell it is.
But the 23 arena doesn't. 2300 arena.
Yeah,
That one
I'm
is like
curious to know
5,000.
I'm curious to know the size or the capacity of that arena. You can Google it while I
I will
give
Google
our
it.
nod to local music really quick. We want to get the local music out, like we said yesterday. I want you to send us your stuff, anything you got, any artist in Vegas, send us your stuff. Tag them in a comment below, their Facebook, shoot their Instagram to us, message us the music video, whatever the hell you like. If they're from Vegas, send it to us, please.
Yes, please.
Getting into
That
our
arena
top.
holds 2,000 people. 2,000 people. Yeah. Bring back ECW there. Goodbye.
No, seriously. I eat my words. Yeah, how much would you make off of that? Especially
Nothing.
standing room only. It just sucks that you would have it in an arena.
It would, but if you put it in a small venue arena like what NXT is in, you'd be fine.
What if you had a standing room only around the ring only?
Like FCW?
They don't do that anymore.
They don't?
FSW?
FSW, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like them.
Whoa.
Hey.
I'll eat my words now.
Yes, you will. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, like them. What about that? In the
That would
Dollar
work.
Loan Center. So, like, you know how big the ring is compared to a hockey rink.
Yeah.
That's what the floor is a hockey rink. which is nothing compared to the rink, the tiny little thing in the middle. So
Exactly.
you would have all that be standing room only,
I
or
don't know
like
if I would have it all be standing room
like
only.
10 rows and then standing room,
Yeah, I would put 10 rows of chairs,
and
and
then
then
just have like
maybe
your aisles out, and that's it,
yeah, and then like
roped off or
tarp
whatever.
off. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
I get it.
work.
Yeah, that would work. Then you would still get the ruckus and things like that. But
Exactly.
you would have to like, man, we're gonna talk about this on another show. Let's please write this down or something. We're gonna create our R-rated wrestling show. That's what
I'm
we're gonna
so
do.
in. Let's do it.
Um, and we'll even make a couple of wrestlers for the R-rated wrestling show. How about that? You make a
Ooh,
wrestler of your choice, of your persona. I will make a wrestler of my choice and my persona, and we will bet that fucking belt on just about everything. But here's the catch.
somehow
Here's the
I
catch.
think we're gonna have the same persona.
No, here's the catch. There's no fucking way. I will figure out something that's hilarious. The catch is, if you're gonna bet the belt, you have to do a promo live on the show to the other person.
Oh my god! All right.
So betting that belt means a lot now, because now you got to put your ass on the line and
Yep.
write a promo and do it however you like. It could be whatever your persona is, but you got to do it live on the show for everybody to see.
Oh,
Good.
that's gonna be yeah. That's fine.
You look a
I'm
little
scared
scared.
now.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm
You
not
look
gonna
a
lie.
little
I'm a little
scared.
nervous. That is kind
You're a
of
little nervous.
intimidating.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Who cares?
Okay,
We're
top
doing it in
five.
front of friends and stuff.
Top five before we go. Um, top five guys screwed by WWE, and we're talking screwed in the literal sense, the factual sense, not the kayfabe sense. So
I like it.
you start off with your number five,
My
and
number
give me
5
a little
is
why. I don't know.
yeah. My number 5 is Cody Rhodes pre-return to WWE. So
Oh,
after he
you're
left
damn
as
right.
Stardust and went to Ring of Honor, he went to the independent circuit. He got screwed over because he never wanted to be Stardust. He always wanted to be Cody Rhodes, but WWE forced Stardust onto him, and he had to just kind of bend over and take it up the ass.
That poor son of a bitch. He should have been one of our number ones. I mean, like with the comeback he did in the big FU to Vince McMahon going to AEW,
Yeah,
actually like owning part of AEW or whatever the hell it is. Like you're literally making money getting paid by WWE, and I think he still makes residuals off of AEW, which
I believe
sorry,
so.
WCW,
WCW.
not
Dude,
not AEW.
my favorite is the fact that nobody wanted to bet on him. So he went out and bet on himself, and he sold out the Sears Center in Chicago that held 10,000 people, and those tickets sold out in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes,
That was
something like that.
the old Rosemont Horizon. If you're from Chicago listening, yeah, that Allstate Arena too. I think it's, what is it called now?
I think it's the Sears Center,
Sears Center.
maybe the
Interesting.
Allstate Center. I don't know.
And he sold it out
They sold it out in like 10 minutes. The
in an
only thing that
independent
was
show.
yeah, it was like
That's
sponsored by
insane.
Ring of Honor.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
So was it a Ring of Honor show? Like it was all Ring of Honor wrestlers then?
no, because Rey Mysterio was in there.
Okay, that's fucking dope. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what put asses in the seats is Rhodes
Yeah,
and Mysterio. But that's only two wrestlers to sell out a place and an independent scene like that. That's pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure that they didn't give away those tickets because independent
no,
um federations like that, like FSW here in town, which shout out to them, we'll actually go check out some of their shows. That would be cool,
that would be
and we
fun.
could definitely um rate that facility as far as wrestling, because I've been there myself, and I have my own opinion of it. It's a good opinion. So but we'll
I've
save it
been there
for
like
when.
one time a couple years ago.
Oh, you were there.
I have been there. Yes.
Okay, let's go see their next like big pay-per-view,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there and see how they're
Is that
doing.
the one they do it like Sam's Town or something?
They used to, yeah. I'm not sure where they do it now, but we will find out ASAP for sure. What
Yes,
was your
please.
number or my number 5
You're
is
number
Jeff
5.
Hardy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
this is half his fault and half the fact that the WWE doesn't offer medical insurance, which to me is fucking insane. Like you have people doing flips and shit off ladders and landing on tables and landing on other people's body, but we're not going to offer medical insurance. I'm pretty sure
Mm,
that they do have it now, but or
I
maybe
feel like
they
at this
don't. Maybe
point
they
they
just
need to.
expect you to buy your own medical insurance because they pay you as much as they do.
You're
You
gonna
know,
pay me to jump off a building and land on my back onto a ladder, and you're not gonna give me health insurance? Go fuck yourself.
I mean, good idea. Like
At
honestly, I
this
would say
point,
that too. But I think Jeff and his addiction problem had a lot to do with his release as well. So that is what it
all
is.
the times that he got released.
Let me, yeah, every time he got released. Um, let me do my number 4 real quick.
Go
The
for it.
late great China. She
China.
was screwed from WWE because she had a relationship with Paul Levesque or Triple H, however you want to call him, which is
Hunter
the
Hearst
husband
Helmsley.
of Stephanie McMahon. So I'm pretty sure that Steph didn't want to see the girl that her husband used to bone walking around work every day. So
I
go
mean,
figure,
would
a
you
girl
wanna
be
see?
jealous, you know. Excuse me?
Would you would
I mean, I'm secure enough with myself that I can be like, yeah, it's fine.
It's just
He's
work.
got to make money too.
Yeah. Oh, my number 4 is Chris Jericho. I think that it's not more of like he got screwed over, it's more of something like WWE will not say his name on air anymore.
Okay,
It
well,
is more
yeah.
of
Let's speak
they'll
on that
never give
real quick.
mention to him.
Right. And there's other guys like of Brock Lesnar and guys like that
Mhm.
for other reasons that are completely erased from WWE like
Like,
altogether. They're not even like their matches aren't even shown on the pay-per-views. They're just fucking edited
yep.
out. Um I
They're taken
forgot
out of
who
Peacock's
Ryback's one of
PLEs
them
and
because he's
Ryback.
a whistleblower on WWE, which is pretty insane because I don't know. The guy's from Vegas too, so
Yeah.
we should find him somehow. That would be incredible. But
Dude, I love that he, like, changed his name legally to Ryback Ryan Reeves so that he could keep the
so he
name.
can use it.
Yeah.
His
So,
name
like,
was
if he
Ryan
went to
Reeves.
his name was Ryan Reeves back in
For
NXT,
Christ's
you
sake,
could clearly hear him. Right, exactly, and then we get Ryan Reeves on the Knights.
right? Speaking of which, the Knights went down to the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight, 5-3. We're not even going to talk about how that game went, but we shall move on to number. Where are we at? 3?
3.
Or did you finish your number 4?
Yeah, mine was just Chris Jericho not being talked about
But
on
don't you? Oh yeah, but don't
program
you think
anymore.
Chris Jericho benefited tremendously from his NFL-sized contract at WCW?
Yes and no. I think he benefited from it, but he also has a downfall to it because he has to see all these old faces and new faces come in, and he's stuck there for however long he is, and he yeah, he helped bring it up, but he's also probably part of the downfall of it. I think they gave
Yeah,
him
because
creative
he's getting
writing,
old and he looks like shit now. He really
and
does look
yeah,
like shit
he
now. Like he looks fat and he's looked fat
he's
for a
always looked
while.
fat.
And he
Yeah.
goes through a couple weird personas like the Painmaker and
I like that
Lionheart.
one. That one was nice.
The Painmaker
That one
with
was
the
a fun gimmick.
face paint.
Yeah, that one was fun. His
Who else? He had
El
Lionheart,
Champiano
Hell
or El
Champion,
something like
a
that.
little bit of
Yeah.
the bubbly. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
at least his characters like he can make him click. He's one hell of an actor for a wrestler. You don't get that very often.
He also has one hell of a podcast.
Does he really?
Talk is Jericho. It's
I didn't
phenomenal.
know that. Is it
Love
supported
listening to it.
by what, WCW?
No,
The other
it's
company?
just him.
Oh, it's just him.
Yeah, it's him and
You should
whoever
watch
the fuck he
RVD
wants to
stuff.
bring on.
He has more
RVD's
interesting
is
things to
good
talk
too.
about.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, so number 3, mine is Dolph Ziggler. I believe he's the best
Yeah.
professional wrestler that WWE had for a while, and he never got a push, man. Like he can sell every move.
He was one of the
Absolutely
best
to
to
the
do it.
greatest. Yeah, absolutely. He was one of the best sellers ever. He was athletic as fuck. He
Yeah.
was basically a good mic guy. He was good on the
He was
microphone,
damn good on the mic.
and he can kind of pull off a heel persona on point. So
Yeah.
I was kind of floored that they never pushed him as much as, I mean, I know he won a championship for like a couple months, but that had nothing to do with anything. Like that lasted, nobody even probably remembers that. But they know he was a jobber for the last, I don't know, 5 years, 4 years.
Do you remember when he used to come out and like would impersonate old wrestlers and like
Yes.
he would also do like new wrestlers and stuff? I was at the SmackDown Live that he dressed up as Shane McMahon at like the start of the show to while Kevin Owens was cutting a promo, and then towards like the middle of the show, he came out dressed as the Ultimate Warrior. And I was like,
Twice in one
all
night.
right. Yeah.
It was
I was
twice in
like,
one
all
night.
right. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
It was cool. I'll find the videos and send them to you.
Who's your number 3?
My number 3 is Enzo Amore.
Mm,
I don't really know if I have a whole lot to say about it other than just Enzo Amore.
he was, well, the
He
reason,
was the
well,
guy that got kicked out of the locker rooms for being a bitch and trying to be fun, like aggressive, and
I
the
mean,
locker
I
room just
heard he was
wasn't having it.
kind of an asshole when it came
Kind of. I
to
heard he was
being
a
in the,
major asshole.
okay, well, there you go. So, I mean, collectively, I would believe that they would kick his ass out of the locker room too. I know
I
I
would
would
hope so.
preach for it. Also, finally, they released him because of a sexual assault charge that
Is that what
turned
it
out to be
was?
bullshit. Yeah. So that was the final
Oh yeah,
straw.
that's why he wrote that song.
Yeah. And then he tried to become a rapper. And the
Yeah.
last time I saw him, he was more ripped than I've ever freaking seen in my life. But he's got to be, shooting needles in his bum. So
Do you think there's a possibility of him coming back?
I would love to see him come back. I don't care if it's even in the wrestling, because Big Cass is over there, or whatever they call him now, like Big J.
Something like that. Hello?
Except for yeah, I'm here.
There we go.
Except for Buddha if he's watching. Just kidding. Kinda. But I'm serious, but kind of, but not. Yeah. Anyway, number 2.
Number 2? No, you're number 3. Or was
Uh,
that Dolph Ziggler?
it was.
Okay.
So my number 2,
Yes.
Enzo Amore. I don't think we need to speak about it. Who's your number 2?
Whoa, Enzo Amore.
2.
My number 2 is Daniel Bryan.
One more thing.
Okay.
Nice. I like that pick, by the way. I'm gonna backtrack to Enzo. I understand that we just made a joke out of him, but I gotta say that was the best mic man in the history of WWE.
God, was he
Period.
good on the mic.
He might have been something better than The Rock, something better than Stone Cold,
Absolutely.
something better than Shawn Michaels, Triple H, anybody that you've seen. John Cena with his ridiculous shit that he used to say.
Thugonomics.
He might have been honestly just the funniest, best, like hilarious character with the duck walk ever.
Oh my
And I
god.
miss that
I
fucking team so much. I really
I do
do.
too. I
You
loved
can't teach
watching him.
that.
He SAWFT
Oh,
soft.
sorry, it's really loud. It's late at night
That was a
here.
little loud.
You're number 2.
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, that's right.
He was built to be he was he was booked to be probably the top guy and should have been the top guy. And injuries just killed him, and WWE just kind of pushed him to the shelf, and then a couple
Well, wait
months
a
later
second
they
now.
just let him go.
Wait a second now.
I'm not waiting any seconds.
WWE pushed him to the shelf because he had a
He
serious
was
neck
injured.
injury.
Yes, and
Yeah,
then they made him a manager for SmackDown, and then he was
I
able to
remember
come
that.
back and wrestle. He came back
And
and wrestled, and they
they
wouldn't
wouldn't let
really
him, or
like
what?
they let him, but it wasn't like to the degree of what WCW is letting him do now.
Gotcha.
They're not letting him jump off of like ladders and shit. They're
Yeah,
letting him
obviously. Like, I wouldn't let somebody with a fused neck surgery jump off of a ladder either.
WCW is. They're letting
Is he
him
really
take
jumping off
bumps
ladders?
and yeah. I mean, I would assume don't ever watch it. But I've seen him.
Man,
He's in the Blackpool Combat Club right now with my number 1 and whatever Cesaro's name is over there, and
Antonio. No, I don't know what his
something
name
like
is.
that.
He's an Italian guy now. I
Claudio
don't know.
Castagnoli. Claudio Castagnoli. He's Italiano.
Wasn't he Swiss?
Yeah, he was the Swiss cyborg. Swiss
Okay.
Superman, whatever he was.
Okay. This is proof WWE's writing has gone down the shitter.
Absolutely.
AEW just kind of copied it though, and I
For
gotta
sure.
stop saying it. The dub just kind of copied it, and the Italian way, and he's not even like fun Italian either. You know what I mean? Like there's
No, he's
Enzo,
not.
and there's like the FBI, the full-blooded Italians back in the day who weren't even Italian, but they acted like they were Italian. Like
Amazing.
there's no like Italian cliches or anything like that. So that's not fun. That's not fun. As a
It's
Dago,
no
that's not
fun.
fun. I mean, I want to see the most hilarious version of myself. That's why stupid Italians watch Jersey Shore. I mean, I want to see the stupidest version of myself. And at some point, I probably act like a Guido. I get it. I probably do. Oh, fuck
Yeah.
you. Appreciate that.
Just a little bit. Just
Anyway.
a little bit.
All right, let's get our number 1s out the way.
Go for it.
No, I'm gonna leave this first one up to you. Go ahead.
All right. My number 1 is Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose, Jonathan Good. I will add his wife in there, Renee Paquette.
Yeah, that sucks.
Renee Young.
Renee Young.
Just after Mox had that little heel turn that was absolute dog shit.
That's when
against Seth Rollins.
When contract
kinda when it
negotiations
ended.
fell, yeah, that's when it ended. Because when contract negotiations I'm drinking whiskey.
English,
Negotiations
motherfucker.
fell down. Do you speak it? He basically was just like, I'm leaving. And so before he left, because he had time left on his contract, they were making him into the stupidest character ever. And
And when he wore
was
that
forced
gas
to play
mask in LA or whatever, wherever
yeah,
it
with
was,
like
and he was
the
calling him a
brown fur
shit
coat
show.
and stupid
Yeah.
dumb shit. It was
God.
horrible. All right.
I felt
number
bad
1.
for him.
I feel bad for him still, but he's making it as Jon Moxley, even though he has to like
Absolutely.
fucking going thumbtacks and shit like that, which is awesome, by the way.
He's getting paid a
My number
lot to
one's
do it.
Bret Hart, screwed on live TV, man. Screwed on
Yep.
live TV. Like, I understand he was being a little bitch about dropping the title. Let's be real. I'm in my hometown. I'm gonna be a little bitter about it too, I would think. But the way he went about it was like, okay, I'm not losing. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Blah 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 blah. So they made it very easy and faked him losing, basically. And then he does the
Was that
big
the match against Stone
WCW.
Cold?
No, it was a match against Shawn Michaels. It was called the Montreal
Oh
Screw
yeah,
Job.
the Montreal screw job. Yeah.
And then he spit in Vince McMahon's face and
Yep. Walked
did
out.
the WCW thing with his fingers in the air. You should watch the Untold about that, or I'm giving you homework every week from now on. First
That's
off,
pretty much what everything is.
first homework assignment is every night you got to watch an hour of Sports Center before you go to bed.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Top 10 or just
No,
an hour of it?
an hour. The top 10 lasts like 45 seconds.
Yeah. I
No,
know.
an hour of Sports Center.
Okay.
An hour. A true hour.
Okay.
Don't bullshit me now.
I'm gonna bullshit.
Actually, you have to do a half an hour. I'll give you a half an hour.
Oh,
Because
thank God.
after the half an hour, they actually repeat the show again. So
My attention span can't last an hour.
okay, well, a half an hour should do. It should suffice.
That works. That's beautiful.
Also, I forgot what the other one was. It doesn't matter.
Was
Oh
it the
yes, I know.
WCW shit?
Yes, WCW versus Monday Night.
The Monday Night Wars?
Yeah,
I watched that.
you watched it, all of it.
I watched it. Yeah, when it was on
Okay.
the WWE network for $9.99.
$9.99.
$9.99.
I didn't know it was $9.99. They only said it like
Did you know it was
fucking every
$9.99?
14 fucking seconds. Like there was
I'm
people in the back. There was like 19 fucking signs that said
I
$9.99
remember
out in
that
the back.
shit.
Like I'm just like, you couldn't
I forget
find
how much
something
it
more
is.
original. Come on now.
I mean, to be
You gotta
fair,
do
when I went to
better.
my first wrestling show, I had a sign that says the guy behind me can't see. Stole that out of the video game.
Seriously, straight out of
Yeah.
WWE, like 2K, 15 or
It was
some
like
shit.
something like that. Yeah.
That's
I was
horrible.
one of those people.
Nice.
I didn't know what to put. I was like 11.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. You were just a kid.
I was just a
I mean,
baby.
I was just a baby. Charlie bit me.
Charlie bit my finger.
I don't think I've ever brought a sign into a WWE or any sort of wrestling event.
That was
Never thought about it, and it seemed like way too much work.
I've brought 2 signs to a wrestling event in my life, but that's about it. One of them actually got onto a Monday Night Raw. I brought a sign that said, "Eat, sleep, hug, repeat, Bailey Club."
Bailey
Back when Bailey was like popular, and it was her first night against Charlotte for the title, for the Raw Women's title. I remember that
Wait
one.
a second. I think me and Alex were at this Raw. Okay, so I remember this Raw. She won the title as the wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing YouTube man thing.
It was the night that KO turned on Jericho.
Yes, we were at this Raw. It was the best friends ceremony.
Yeah,
And,
the Festival of Friendship.
Yeah, Festival of Friendship. And me and Alex had found better seats right at the end because we knew one of the FSW wrestlers or whatever. And
that's cool.
She had good seats all the way down, really close to the ringside where the stupid thing was. We're going up. And it was fun. For the last match we were there, we saw her, whatever, belly to Bailey or Bailey to belly, whatever the hell it is, suplex and win the title. That was pretty freaking cool for her because she like was really emotional about it. Because
she was.
Wrestling is a real thing. Go figure.
Oh yeah,
real people.
You can't fake a bump.
A wrestling ring. I don't know if you've stepped inside of one.
I've never stepped inside of one, but I've seen them being built.
Okay, it's not soft. Like people say it's
No.
soft. Like it's not soft. You have to learn how to take like a hard shot to the back over and over and over and over. And sometimes it comes down so hard it hits the back of your head, whatever. Like insane. Insane.
Yeah,
Um
I don't know if I could ever do it. I don't
couple
think I'd
things
ever
before
want to do it.
yeah, I wouldn't. Well, it depends how much they pay me. That's
Maybe we could
always
go take
the
a bump.
no, I'm not gonna go take a bump.
Take a
I'm
bump. You're only
almost
like
40.
30. Whatever.
Horrible. Um horrible. Um before we go, April 12th at Vamped, Heroin Honey, please check that out. I know we will. Um and the Bishop Gorman Invitational, April 4th through the 6th. Myself and Alex D'Ambrosia will be calling the games. It is a invitational tournament at Bishop Gorman High School out here on the NFHS network with At the Ballpark Productions. And we'll be calling every game live. Teams from Connecticut, Illinois, all the way from Canada, Florida, California. Some of the best baseball teams in the country are coming to play Bishop Gorman for a tournament that lasts about 2 or 3 days between two schools, Faith Lutheran and Bishop Gorman. And me and Alex will be covering the Gorman side of it. So a little local sports for you. Like I said, when we do anything local sports, it will be PG. And we will make the entire show PG because of that. We'll try to get interviews, things like that. Ethan, you're welcome to come down with us and do a little Rude Boy radio for us, like little shorts and things like that. Maybe
I will
interview
try
a
and be
player
there.
or something. That would be awesome.
Heck yeah.
But thanks for watching basically episode 1 or episode 2 of
However you want to see it.
the new show. Yeah. Tony Gaglione.
Ethan Gettemeyer.
We will see you tomorrow night at the stroke of midnight.